A video of Joe Biden from a few years ago resurfaced on Twitter and went viral. And some people on the right were using this as a gotcha. I want to show you the video and then we'll talk about it.
About me, I have incredibly good judgment. One, I married Jill. And two, I appointed Johnson to the academy. I just want you to know that. Just clap for that, you stupid bastards.
So I saw a bunch of right-wingers using this against Biden. I even saw some people on the left face-palming over this, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I have a thick skin. Maybe I have a soft spot for the no-filter type stuff, but this doesn't bother me at all. And I think the point people are making is like, he's talking to the troops! Oh, Lord, the troops! The troops, good sir. So it's supposed to be like, you know, you gotta kiss their ass 24/7. And how dare you say something off the cuff that's like kind of funny. I mean, not for nothing, he sounds drunk as hell in this. But I also file that under the category of awesome. It's funny how you do have this contingent of people. It exists on both the left and the right. Like, there are Democrats who will attack Trump on stuff that actually is really relatable. Like, I remember back in the election, back during the election before Trump was president, he was doing a town hall with Anderson Cooper. And he was talking about how he loves McDonald's and like telling Anderson Cooper his order or whatever. I think he mentioned like Big Mac and a bunch of things. And people were going after him for that. And it's like, what? Are we all pretending like you don't also enjoy McDonald's? Like, I do. I think it's really tasty. So it's just funny that there's this thing that happens where when you hate somebody politically, you try to almost take anything they say and pick it apart. And it's like sometimes you look ridiculous because him casually calling the troops in a speech stupid bastards, I think, is the funniest thing. He sounds like he's drunk. He definitely sounds like he's drunk. And he's like, I married Jill and pointed this person and well, clap for that, you stupid bastards. If this Joe is the Joe that is the one in the public from now until the election, he's going to win. He's going to win because Trump is already mismanaging COVID beyond belief. 200,000 Americans are dead. He's doing a terrible job with the economy. The only thing he points to is like the stock market doing well, when that's not indicative of how your average American is doing by any stretch of the imagination. So between the economy and COVID, and if Biden can go out there and just give off the vibe of like old Uncle Joe with no filter, because that's one of those things where, yes, polite society might be like, good sir, how dare you say such a naughty, naughty word? But there's the same shit that they try on Trump and it doesn't work. When they're like, oh my God, you're so mean on Twitter. How could you? That doesn't work. Because I think a lot of people secretly kind of like that. Or at the very least, it doesn't bother them. So like the decorum humpers, see, I think we're witnessing the final death blow to the decorum humpers. Because that has defined our politics for so long. The people who are obsessed with civility and politeness. And I think we're in a new era where people would rather have the no-filter honesty and like people saying whatever versus the overly buttoned down, overly scripted, super fake politician. In the same way that we've witnessed the death of like the Martin O'Malley style politician, remember him? Where he's so on script and he talks with his finger like this. In the same way that mold of politician has gone away, I think the fact that it's Trump versus Biden, that may signal like a new era in terms of how politicians present themselves. Don't get me wrong, I think both Trump and Biden are deeply pro-establishment politicians, but how they present is different. How they present is like the rugged ruffian who's just a normal dude. And this is very different from, you know, the Ronald Reagan era. And honestly, Barack Obama in terms of presentation, presented more like Reagan than like the no filter kind of guy. So it was very structured and polite and acting, and there's a certain rhythm and cadence to how they talk, which is like overly professional. And I really do think that's gone. And I think that's a good thing. That's my opinion. I think that's a good thing because at least it feels more real when it's just a regular talking. I want to see more of Joe Biden calling people stupid bastards. Don't fuck around and make me actually like him. I don't. It's hard for me to like somebody who voted for the Iraq War. But yeah, this is the kind of stuff that they think it's a burn, but really it might help them. And I'm telling you, this is the Trump dynamic. The Trump dynamic was, let's attack him on everything that's not a big deal. And that backfired, and that helped Trump. This is a little bit of what's happening with Biden now. Now, it's different because it's not mainstream media as much going after Biden. But yeah, if the right leans into stuff like this, yummy in Biden's tummy, because that'll only help him.